It's Everything That Rocks, Z97.5 in studio right now. Feeling very, very honored because I'm joined by the gentlemen of Red Sun Rising. Thank you guys for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
I don't know if I woke you up today. I'm going to get you up ahead of schedule.
No, we finally got to sleep in a little bit.
This is sleeping in for you.
Like
I think we pushed this back, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we
I think you were actually supposed to be in like at the ass crack of dawn this morning.
That's not happening.
Yeah, no. I hate when they make rock stars do that. It's like, it's that whole thing, like Kiss said, rock and roll night, party every day, something like that. Sleep all day. I'd like to sleep all day, but no, we do this. Well, I appreciate you guys being here. Excited to have you in Clarksville. I've actually had the chance to see you guys a couple of times, both times at Louder Than Life. It seems like you have not gone home since. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, we've been pretty much on the road since.
I mean, it's been absolute road dog the entire time because, and this album's been out for over a year now, it seems, and you have not stopped.
Right.
You've been doing Louder Than Life. You just did Rock on the Range the other day. How was that experience for you? It looked gigantic.
It was massive, and not only was that a great festival, but it's close to the hometown of Akron, so we had a lot of hometown. We haven't been in Ohio in months, even though we've been on the road for so long, so it was cool to just come back and do that.
So a lot of hometown crowd for you, a lot of friends and family too, which has got to make a cool experience.
Oh, yeah.
And you're out doing, you've been doing the Hard Drive tour. You've got a tour coming up in the fall already with Three Doors Down.
Right.
That you'll actually be coming back through here. I believe you got a date in Nashville coming up in September. So we're kind of really honored to have you because you were just in Nashville a week ago with the Hard Drive tour.
Yep.
You'll be back again. I'm glad you guys could finally stop, somewhere in the middle here and come see us tonight at the warehouse. We're excited to have you. Tell me a little bit too. I mean, Akron, as you said, Rock on the Range, very, very close in Columbus. Most people don't think Akron is a big hub for music, but there's some pretty legendary people that have come out of there, like Devo and Chrissy Hine. Black Keys are out of there. So what is the scene like? Educate those people that don't know, because we also live this close to Nashville. Everybody thinks there's, everywhere's like this, and it's not.
Well, I mean, the thing is about Akron is all the, it's very competitive. Northeast Ohio in general is very competitive. Like even when I was going to school with sports, and I went to a small school, but our teams were always in, going to state and stuff like that. So it's a very competitive nature up there in Northeast Ohio, and I think Akron is like that with music as well. But they're supportive at the same time, all the musicians.
Yeah.
So you go to a band show and you'll see 6 other bands hanging out there just to support and see what they're doing.
Not necessarily playing the show, but just to be there
just
to support.
Hanging out.
That's
and
unusual.
So it's very healthy in that regard. And there's like a lot of house party shows, and with the college, Akron U being there obviously helps too. But yeah, it's just very healthy. It's supportive, but very competitive, which I think makes everyone push each other.
So it probably gave you a little bit more drive. I mean, because you guys have been around. I mean, it was like 2014-ish when you got signed to Razor and Tie, but you've been you got 7 years under your belt before you got to that point.
2007, yeah, was when we started.
So did you ever get to a point where you were wondering, like, how do we get out of Akron and move on? What's the next step? Did you ever get to that point where you just finished, or did that drive just continue?
That's kind of how I found these two guys. They were in a band out of Charlotte. He's originally, Pat over here. Say hello, Pat.
Hello.
He plays drums. He's originally from Albany, and Dave over here.
Hey.
There he is. He's originally from Bradford, but they met up in Charlotte and started a band called Fusebox Poet. And when we were trying to get out of Akron, we were like trying to find the best bands in each area, and they were like the best band out of Charlotte. That was a rock band, and we hit them up and we met and did some show swapping. And I remember always thinking, man, if I could just have those two guys in my band, it'd be awesome.
So you poached them.
Yeah, I totally did.
Took a while, but yeah.
It took a while, but he finally put together the right package and the right, sweet deal, and signed it off in blood, and here we are.
That's right, and there they are.
That's fantastic. A little bit about the album with Polyester Zeal. It has been out for quite some time. I've always been fascinated by the name, and I know that I asked you guys this back at Louder Than Life, but not everybody heard that answer. So tell me a little bit, because polyester seems to be something that's synthetic.
Right.
Zeal, obviously having a great passion for something. So what is your interpretation with the album title with this?
Well, it's really what you just said. It's the juxtaposition of those two words and those two meanings. So if you have, it's like cheap ambition, or finding something that makes you happy no matter the cost. So we made music our Polyester Zeal, even before we had, a record. We were going to do this for the rest of our lives, and now we get to do it full time as musicians. So we made it our dream a reality. So that's really all it really represents, and that's what the artwork on the album represents. It's a homeless man pushing a cart of nonsense, like just trophies and that stuff that can't actually help him, but it makes him happy.
Makes him feel better.
He lugs that around every day.
Yeah.
So
Very cool. And then, of course, you guys had really good success with the first single with The Other Side, and now we're on to Emotionless, which also blows my mind that, I mean, again, you guys have been out for over a year on this record and really only 2 singles.
right.
So obviously you've got something really, really solid as far as your chemistry and your writing and your structure and all that to be able to tour this long on one album, on 2 singles. Emotionless, though, I read somewhere that it was brought on, the inspiration was brought on by a nightmare. Can you tell us about that?
It was actually like a reoccurring dream / nightmare that I had, and the visual was very strong and vivid, and basically I just described it. The lyrics were just me describing the visual and the feelings I had in the dream. So in the song even, it kind of bounces around as far as the emotion of it, because that's how I felt in the dream. But I showed it to Ryan, who writes the songs with me, who's not here. But we sat down with an acoustic guitar, and the phrase "motionless, emotionless" came out because I was describing this woman. I couldn't tell if she was dead or asleep in the dream, so I was just describing that, and it just came from there. Came together rather quickly, actually.
Wow, that's very cool. Because I mean, you listen to the lyrics, and everybody's going to interpret their lyrics on their own. And to me, I almost, like the first few times I listened to the song, it almost seems like, you've got someone there that you're in love with, but they're just not responsive. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure everybody's got their own interpretation to it. But to hear that it's an angle like that, it's a
and that's the thing. Maybe there was some hidden thing behind it, and why I had that dream. So those feelings could be real somewhere else. I don't know.
You ever had your dreams interpreted? Or do you just put them down on paper and write a song about it?
No, I have not. Maybe I should. This could be a shrink.
Sounds fun.
It could be interesting to see what comes out of it. So then you guys at the Warehouse tonight, of course, we've got Shallow Side on the bill, which are regional favorites for us. Yep. Tickets are going to be $15 at the door. You can get them through Ticketfly. All the details online at z975.com. Again, super, super excited to have you guys here. Yeah, I know it's been nonstop, and now that we're seeing dates all the way into August now with 3 Doors Down, excited to have you back. What is the plan as far as when do you guys stop moving? When are you going to breathe? When are you going to go back and work on a new record?
We're always writing, just not as a band as of late because we've been touring so much.
Right.
But everyone's bringing ideas to the table constantly. And I think in June we have a little break, so we're going to do some writing. We're actually going to record some new stuff.
Cool.
Maybe a cover. So do some fun stuff with that.
As in a break, he means like a week off.
Enough time to go home and do laundry and see the families
so all
and
those
pack it
things
back
we're
up
gonna
again.
do in a week, but yeah, we're gonna try to make some time. We're gonna have to because we're gonna release another single for sure, probably at the end of June.
Very cool.
And just moving forward.
Do we know what single yet? Can we say?
I think it's gonna be Amnesia.
Okay, very cool. I like that one too. Excited for that.
Right.
We might have to just bust that out a little bit early.
Yeah, it's a good summer song.
There you go. So I'm glad everything is going very well for you gentlemen. I mean, obviously the touring has been nonstop. You've been doing these great festivals. Are you doing Louder Than Life again this year, or do we know yet?
I don't know. I know they haven't announced it, the lineup.
Yeah, I know they announced dates yesterday, and I think they said they were going to announce
because we did do it last year
next week. Yeah.
And a lot of them, you can't repeat 2 years in a row. But even though we did with Rock on the Range, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
About Louder Than Life. We'll have to see.
We'll see. Well, definitely, worst case scenario, we'll see you back in August as well. Or September, whenever it is, with 3 Doors Down. But tonight at the Warehouse, again, tickets $15 in advance. Doors are at 7. Show starts at 8. Red Sun Rising in the studio. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for taking the time out of your day.
Yeah, no problem.
God bless you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
I try to keep that secret.
That's okay. That's why they have the cough button there. Like everybody's like, what's the cough button for? Apparently, it doesn't say sneeze, so it doesn't work that way. That's okay.
I don't want to hit it because I was actually sneeze.
We thought it was a cough sample.
It should be. Well, we'll get you some Sudafed so we can get that up.
We're all feeling it. Yeah, we'll get some Zyrtec or whatever.
Welcome to the South. The trees are going bananas down here. Everybody sneezes everywhere. So thank you again, gentlemen. It's Red Sun Rising on Z97.5.